All right, here we are with Stars Without Number Revised, Blackstar, Season 2, Episode 2. I am Devin, the Game Master, and to my left we have X playing Y.
Nicole playing Magnetar.
And Peter's guy is Kalis.
All right, gang, who would like to recap the very non-exciting things that happened last session?
I killed a T-Rex. A mecha T-Rex. We found a lot of cute little robots.
A lot of them.
Some of them more disastrous than others.
We found some lost boy Furbies.
Also, we found the ghost of cotton candy.
You did.
Yep.
Anything you want to add to that?
Well, we also found the God Key. Oh, that's not important. And then Transformer. That also happened.
Oh yeah, we met a Decepticon.
Decepticon!
And Hickson hanging out with puppies.
Oh yeah, Hickson's hanging out with a bunch of golden retrievers.
Yes.
Hickson got the good end of that stick.
Definitely.
Yeah, playing fetch.
Stick.
And yeah, you guys recruited a gumball machine nanny robot. Ghost of Cotton Candy has joined the crew.
It'll be so useful.
She's a people person.
That's nice.
It's a people person. The robot's a people person. The robot's a people it.
Well, hopefully it'll be earning its keep. It seems that our wages are kind of high in this ship.
Yeah! Money,
Fucking
money. Shares, Peter! They're stealing!
Yeah, that's why I'm taking anyone on board in the crew. It's like, oh no, I have to give you how many thousands of credits? Fuck this shit, airlock.
Robot.
You're not my mom, nanny bot.
Let's get out of here for one of those things kills Gaius. Yes, you went into an old research lab for the Mandate. You were looking for pet companion AI robots and thought you found them, but they were really just a robot venereal disease. And then you found the real ones holed up in a secret bunker with a frozen Decepticon. Thundercracker, to be specific.
Yep,
And then you freed him, and then he went on his way and didn't vaporize you.
that's good. You wouldn't want to be vaporized.
No, that would suck.
Should probably have like ship-grade weapons or something, or at least mech-grade weapons. That wouldn't be fun.
He actually has both, because he's a mech and a fighter jet in his stat block. And they basically, they're scaled at the same rate, by the way. I looked into it.
Okay.
So getting shot by him is being shot by a mech cannon.
Yeah.
Get
Not
fucked.
great. Just take him, gut him out, and plug myself into him.
That is not how that works. He's not a robot. He's a life form.
Well, just remove its spark and it'll be fine.
That's not how it works.
Fumigate it.
Fumigate it. Get the ghost out.
Yeah.
It's not how that works.
The ghost and the shell. You know,
more
you remove
complicated.
the ghost and you have a whole shell.
It's not technology. It's biology.
Close enough.
No. Oh, I thought you were going to tell him that he was a robot, that he was made, and now it started a race war.
Race. I mean, we were asking, oh, is he VI or what? But
Not a good thing to be asking.
I mean, we need to establish the baseline here. We're just, dumb primitive apes. Some of us.
He has been fighting this war for 60 million years.
That's nice.
All right. So, yeah, you guys are no longer in that Mandate facility. Who calls government is taking it over. But you recruited the robot nanny, and you kept one of the teddy bears, didn't you?
I mean, we kept all of the teddy bears.
I mean, I just meant for personal, like not putting them back in the original packaging.
I think I kept the prototype.
What was his name?
His name is Brixby.
Brixby. I hope that was his name.
It is. It's Brixby.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And you also kept a scraplet.
I did. I'm putting it in like an aquarium.
An aquarium with like transparent aluminum glass or whatever.
It eats aluminum.
Not metal.
You didn't eat all the metal in your base. Remember, there was metal kind of everywhere?
It eats everything but metal?
No, it eats Cybertronian organisms.
It was eating metal.
Yeah, it's like a supplement.
So yeah, we're...
I think you're fine is what I'm trying to get across here.
Alright.
You could also use composite materials,
Yeah,
like transparent ceramics.
exactly.
Stuff they put on space shuttles. So he has like an aquarium on your, like in your bedroom, where it's just like a little bitey guy.
I feed him. But I'm worried about him breeding.
Reading.
Breeding.
I heard reading.
Well, if one breeds, just take it, smash it in your, big manly hands, and
Crush it up and feed it to him.
here's your baby.
Oh no, you turned them cannibalistic.
I mean, that's on like Viva Pinata or something,
Viva Pinata. Jesus Lord.
where you can take the parents, break them up into candy, and feed the candy to the children.
Holy shit, Peter. The Viva Pinata cinematic universe is dark.
Vegicas joke.
Yeah. So, what are your guys' plans? I mean, you're the ones who are leaving the planet with a cargo hold full of swag.
Well, I think the plan was we're going to Iscaria. That's in the...
To get skin?
Yeah. To flesh that sex bot.
This game got
To
weird.
flesh it. Oh my god, that's such
Flesh.
a visceral way to
Aggressive
put that.
So yeah,
It's an aggressive term.
Okay, let's look at the map then.
Alright, I will pause while you start figuring. Alright, so you checked the map, so how long is it to get to Iscaria?
Less than 3 days.
It's not bad. So what did you guys buy in Who Call One?
So we got 54 tons of drone VR pods, which are post-tech tools. We still got colony supplies from our previous destination, our whatever homeland. Which are 22 units, which is 2.2 tons. And yeah, we got this Furby robots with 10 units of them, which are compact, so only 1 ton each.
Oh yeah, they wanted to be sold too.
Yes,
Fantastic.
we want to be slaves. There's no moral ambiguity here.
Never any moral ambiguity.
Slavery. What is it always called?
Just keeps happening and we keep not meaning it to happen.
I mean, don't we?
It keeps happening. It's so financially viable.
Yeah. Just harvest the right people. So yeah, we've got tons of stuff in the cargo hold, and yeah, we're going to Iscaria. Yeah, in the Naraka system. One takes over.
Alright. You guys set up your spike drive. You say your goodbyes to people on Who Call One.
Yeah. Goodbye, Fives. Happy retirement.
Goodbye, astronomical crossel.
Omni cartographer cross.
There you go. You learned the name.
I did. You didn't.
I did. You cut me a slice of that pizza.
Cut you a slice.
You cut me a strip of that there pizza. Yeah, you fly off
Yep.
into spike space, drive space, quantum space, whatever they call it. Drift space, the grid,
Plot
warp
space.
speed.
Blood speed. Oh, Spaceballs.
Starburst. Let me just... Okay, we're back. So, after a few days, do you guys hang out? Just the two of you and your one new crew member?
I mean, all of us.
It's just the three of you.
Yeah.
Basically the two of you, you know, because you guys are the crews of the ship.
Plus
Alone.
Hickson,
Oh shit, Hickson's there.
our
Exactly.
doctor,
Hickson exists.
our friendly doctor.
Hickson. Hickson was the one.
And cotton candy. And
Alright.
the prototype and everything.
I don't think we turned the prototype
The
on.
prototype is in its box.
Yeah, we don't want it to like bond
I'm
to
pretty
us
sure-
by accident.
I'm
or
pretty sure it's not
something.
even assembled. Because, like, you know, the parts have to be skinned.
I don't mean sex bot, I mean the VI Furby prototype.
Oh, the teddy bear.
Brixby.
Brixby, yeah, Brixby.
That prototype.
Alright, so there's like 5 people on your ship. Really
Yeah.
ballooned.
Yep.
Brixby's like, you know, he has his little, like, teddy bear calculator out calculating what his share is for being a full crew member.
He's not a fucking
He doesn't
full
get
crew.
a share.
Goes to Cotton Candy does.
Yeah.
Barely.
Barely.
I mean, if I
Are they
have
the same level of people-ness? I don't think so. Are they?
Yeah,
they're-
they count as sapient for cargo.
I mean, they're lesser or higher than VIs, right?
No, they're VIs.
'Cause
It's
not-
made on Hukal.
I mean, not all VIs are people level.
Yeah, but these ones are pretty close.
Cue some Black Mirror episode.
It's a Black Mirror episode.
I mean, there was one episode where someone.
No, this is your Black Mirror episode, Peter. The Black Mirror episode is you took on a crew member and he's demanding a share. You're like, has technology gone too far? My profit margin.
Exactly.
First you had all the money, now you have none of it.
I thought he was like a pet. Like, I knew he was like kind of a person, but I thought he was more like a pet.
Yeah, I was joking.
Okay.
You're sharing your share with,
Maybe I'll take care of him. He's my pet.
Mahotal, yeah.
Along with the scraplet.
Yeah, he's also my pet.
He's the one you like feed people to.
He doesn't eat people.
I mean, not with that attitude.
And then Brigsby, oh, you want to share?
Train him to eat people.
Yeah, introduce that into the breeding population.
Oh no! Oh no! That'd be such a bad idea. I'm a people.
Yeah, but you're a space pirate. This is kind of your bread and butter.
I mean, you're half machine or something.
I'm half
Well,
Dracula.
Cybernetics.
I'm going to steal this from Buzz Lightyear Star Command, but if we ever have a cyborg vampire, he's going to be called NOS, like NOS-4H2.
It's beautiful. I love it. I love it forever.
He'll be there. He'll have drill teeth.
I don't
That's
know.
from Buzz Lightyear.
You don't get it?
It's
Imagine
Nosferatu.
NOS-482, Nosferatu. The vampire Nosferatu.
Okay.
He's a robot vampire, so it's robot-like name, but also
For-
Nosferatu.
482 sounds like Foratu. Nosferatu.
Okay.
How are you not?
Okay,
It's
no,
just
but
a
like,
pun.
no, because you have you just pay 8 as a 8, like M8, that's mate rather than Atu.
4H2. That's where the A becomes a 2, like Atu.
Yeah.
So Nosferatu. Nos-4H2.
Some of the 4s are A's and so on.
Sometimes 4s are A's, but this is a pronunciation name, not a elite speak name.
Mm.
It's a play on pronunciation, not a play on spelling.
But sometimes the jokes go different ways. So
No, that's fair.
figuring this out is like
We're not going to shame you for being a successful immigrant, Peter.
My God.
I'll damage you with this D4 here.
No.
It has sharp corners.
My
Scatter them on the floor when he's not looking.
You drop into the Naraka system.
Yes.
You are at the periphery of the sector. There are, of course, several astronomical bodies in here. They're not really important. There's a big gas giant in there, where Iscaria. Iscaria?
Iscaria.
I wrote the sector. Iscaria orbits. It's a moon. And there's also the planet Eden, which is in that nice kind of daisy zone. It used to be a paradise world.
Used to be.
Yeah.
That is molten metal everywhere.
Yeah, now it's Venus.
Just hose it up.
They turned it into Venus.
Good job, guys.
Yep. So, you guys actually don't have to be worried about that kind of interim where you go from the edge of a sector to the populated areas, because the interim actually has like patrols and stations and drones in it. Your ship is immediately alerted that you're entering like Imperial space, and that you have to have your proper identification and ship stuff submitted, or else the psychic mines will attack.
Oh no.
They mined this sector.
Jeez.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. In case space pirates showed up.
I mean, we did, but uh-oh.
I mean, we did.
We have one space pirate.
Yeah.
I mean, we're basically space pirates.
We're privateers.
Yeah, you have entered an occupied sector by the 100-star Empire.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically, like a drone decloaks and comes into phase. Like it's a triangular drone with like a red and gold paint design. It goes in front of your ship and scans you and like basically you have to pay a fee to it to enter.
Okay.
And then you have to get proper documentation once you're in the sector, so you have to pay the "I'm not going to blow up on you" fee.
Okay.
If you don't pay this fee, you have very little time to turn around before the mines blow you up.
Well, it's on the edge of so I could like flip out in a turn, so that's fine.
Oh no, this is when you're in the bandit sector.
Mm.
Like, okay, so a sector has like the parts that are populated and the edge, right?
Yeah.
And the kind of in between is the most dangerous part because that's where bandits hang out.
Yeah.
So they mind the area to kill bandits, but they also extort people that come through, thus being paid bandits.
Ah, assholes.
Yeah, it's like 800 credits.
Okay. I'll pay the 800 credits.
The will kill you fee.
That's nice of them.
Yeah, you transfer it from your account because you actually have an actual banking account with the exchange consulate,
Yep.
as per that original job you did last season.
Okay. Yep.
And yeah, it deactivates or it untargets you and just kind of phases back into null space, and you fly on through unmolested by raiders or pirates.
That's nice.
Well, what do we want? You got your hand up. Oh.
Oh, Nicole.
Oh, Nicole. Now, yeah. As you're entering the Naraka system proper, like the habited area, there are superstructures here. Like it looks like I'm just gonna put on their theme.
Oh, they're the cool empire.
Yes. You can see it from, basically, you can get a better look at it now that you've moved in closer to the system. In between the gas giant and the sun, which is kind of where you're driving through to get to the gas giant, you can see it outlined on the sun itself. They're building a Dyson constellation around it. It's blotting out parts of it, and it looks like they've been building it for like a century.
Fun.
So it's an array of superstructures in orbit around the sun to harvest its power. It's not operational, it looks like, but you can see like large ships kind of zooming in with your scanners and your identification systems, like large style ships that don't match any configurations in the sector, just hauling these bits like attached to their exterior because they're so big.
Jeez.
Yeah, the 100-star Empire often imports from outside of sector because they're empire that span like one or two entire sectors.
That's kind of large.
Yeah. You're just, dealing with the local chapter.
Yeah.
Once they get that power up and running, they'll be fully self-sufficient.
That's nice of them.
Yeah.
Let's not fuck with these guys.
Alright, they're great. But yeah, you can see cruisers nearby and stations and whatnot, and you beeline to the gas giant. Yeah, why not? Or it's a gas giant. It looks like Jupiter if someone was lazy and flipped it upside down and changed the color coding for it.
Okay.
You can't flip things upside down in space, Devin.
You can if you're filming. That's what they do for a lot of planets in sci-fi movies from the 80s to 90s. They'll take existing planets or NASA pictures, flip them, rotate them, invert them, change the color scheme to like it's an alien world. The gas giant that Yavin 4 orbited around was like that.
I'm saying it's not actually upside down.
Listeners can't see it, but Nicole's hitting.
I'm pushing your glass off the table. I'm not hitting.
I'm beating up your ass off the table. It's like, oh my god, Nicole.
What?
That's so vulgar.
Oh, Devin.
What?
I'll fix it in editing to make it sound worse than it is.
What's wrong with you?
It's just like, I, Nicole, am.
Yeah, exactly. Abe Lincoln is a baby eater.
Sweet, sweet ass.
Yeah. The Simpsons, the Mona Lisa gummy.
Yes.
Anyway, there is a planet orbiting this gas giant. It is Iscaria. It looks like a rainforest planet, like out of a sci-fi book. It's all green, and there's really vividly cerulean blue water all around it from it being tropical water. And it has clouds and stuff, rain clouds.
Oh yeah, nice place.
Yep. When you start approaching a Imperial ship, like the 100-star Empire. Oh my God, Nicole. A frigate, about the same size as your ship, red and gold, and in a sort of like diamond and kind of spike configuration, hails you and starts to kind of move towards you.
Okay.
You're being hailed.
I guess we hail back.
You are greeted by a robot, like on a view screen. Same red and gold design. It looks like it's been modeled after Paleo-Terran Japan Samurai. But like all machine, and its grill has a Larson scanner behind it, so it has a Cylon eye, and it has like letters of mark or note, kind of like Warhammer 40k charms. You know, the paper with the stamps on them,
Yeah.
covering his armor, showing his length of service.
That's nice.
Identify yourself, vessel.
Well, this is the PRS Lunalorne.
I elaborate. PRS designation.
The Praetorian Republic ship.
Identified. Lunalorne. You must pay and register to the Empire.
Fine. Send whatever needed or...
Yeah, it's like 300 credits.
Okay. I register.
Sure. Your ship has been registered. Please submit to the nearest station before leaving the sector to register your crewmates and their identification codes.
Sure thing.
Citizenship guarantees protection from the Quake mines.
That would be lovely.
Want us to register as citizens?
Yeah.
Really, you'd be Shioren.
It's better than die.
Yeah.
Thank you, Godbound. Whatever.
Thank you for that word. And it like cuts out and it kind of just peels off.
Okay.
There is no orbital around this planet.
I guess we're not on the planet then.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky if you want to visit. You gotta basically get a cargo lighter or a shuttle. They have like surface to atmosphere shuttles.
We gotta figure something out. We're small.
Yep, there are landing pads and they're not really that full.
Perfect.
The landing pads, well, where do you want to land? Because you're here to get your robot covered in meat.
Yeah.
Your robot covered in meat.
Yeah, we need some meat dressing for that. Bits. I guess figure out from my knowledge of being a starfarer and whatnot where people usually land on this planet. Is the biggest city around.
Yeah, they usually land at the capital of any civilization. The capital city of Ascaria. Ascaria 1.
Oh, damn
Write it down, Peter. We gotta keep track for continuity.
You're such
Oh,
a
definitely.
shit.
Don't forget.
You need to make up better names.
I mean, I'm just assuming that all these empires are late into their 4X space game and have stopped uniquely naming the planet. So it's like,
That's why you make
default.
a random name generator.
I assumed that they just called Blackstar the first city that they made on the planet.
No, they wanted the farm bonus from all of the fields in the area, so they made the capital city to synergize with their empire bonus. And the old city can go fuck itself.
Well, he's not Freezer Planet.
Planet Frieza.
Freezer Planet number 249.
Oh no, Frieza's doomed. What do you mean? You mean me, my dad, or the planet?
Planet Vegeta. Sir, Vegeta's in danger.
Yeah, I
Do you
know why I
mean me,
said
my son,
Frieza.
or the planet?
I don't know why I said Frieza,
Yes.
but you knew what I meant.
Alright, and this ship has atmosphere
Yes.
ladders? Perfect. Alright, you take the Lunalorne in to the atmosphere. Large mega canopy structures. This place is covered in dense vegetation and foliage. Some of it is so old and so large you can see it from space because these people are planet engineers. There are mountain zones wherever mountains would naturally be. But they are also covered in dense foliage and have like old cities carved into them. Near the equator, where it's a little more stable, there is a large city that looks very pre-spaceflight. It's a lot of large habitat buildings that have clearly been made from prefabricated colony tools and structures. So they'll have a very generic look to them and a very function look. And they're already growing over with plants and stuff. And yeah, they have like towers and parkade areas for ships to land on.
Welcome to an internment camp, people.
Yeah, the place is fairly new. Yeah, you are in. It's a rainforest planet.
Huzzah!
It's actually day showering right now. Like it's just raining.
Yeah.
Not day drinking, Nicole.
Sounds like day shower. Don't.
The day man.
Showering during the day. So bourgeoisie.
Yeah, you land, and there are technicians and robots like VI droids that are there to like take over the kind of docking for the ship and like moving it to where it has to go on the pad because the pads are mobile.
Sure.
And you're docked.
Huzzah!
It's a lot of prefabricated domes and soft rounded edge spires with like foliage growing on them.
Cool.
Kind of like an Ewok village.
What? It doesn't
Yeah.
sound at all like an Ewok village.
Kind of.
Only more modern, so maybe Kashyyyk.
I mean, Muppets live here. They used Muppets for filming this scene. They weren't going to use CGI for everything. They got the Jim Henson studio involved.
Muppet aliens.
Just
So
nonsense.
cut back to 6, and he's now a Muppet person.
My God, right? Oh, have you seen Farscape? The Muppets on Farscape are amazing. They look like real people.
Actually.
Yeah. They're highly detailed.
And the same guy made it as made Muppets. Like it's actually
Jim Henson.
I get his name and Why Don't You Take a Seat mixed up.
I don't remember that guy's name.
It's Jim Henson, but not.
Chris Hansen.
Yeah, I always get their names mixed up. And I was
Very
like,
different.
very, very different contributions to whatever.
Well, I guess we have to check which part of the crew can handle showers, so maybe Colin Candy will be staying back. I don't know. Is this waterproof?
Yeah, Ghost Con Candy was built by TL5 Society. She's fine.
I mean, just because it was built doesn't mean it's not crappy.
She's fine.
Perfect.
Well, what are you guys? What are you guys up to?
Well, I guess we'll have to have Hickson hang around here for a week, do his thing, while we try doing some trading, I guess.
Hiya, Hexen. You're gonna far trade.
Let me take a look at that character sheet. I don't know if I ever actually bought trading.
Oh my God. Yeah. This place is dotted with like prefabricated structures and buildings, but also is kind of covered in like the remnants of the previous stage of their society. Like there are ship hulls and fighters that are on display that have been built into the architecture. There are tombs that have been dug underground into kind of like burial mound complexes where people can go in and see previous warriors. It's an eclectic mashup of like different predatory animal. God damn it, you guys are coffee. Predatory animal like mixes, and just they're gene-modded people. They look like freaks.
Freaks.
They're anthropomorphic like beast folk that have been modded for like war combat, and then they've been remodded to be kind of docile. The whole population.
That's nice.
I don't think Magnetar is used to being around so much infrastructure, so it's a little bit weird. She has that
Deer in the headlights.
Oh shit, the cops are watching.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, this place has like locals that act as a security force, and it also has drones from the Empire,
Cool.
robot security, and management VIs.
Jeez. Well, someone's paying no expense.
Yeah, this is where the entire species lives now that the war's over. and they glassed the homeworld.
We live here now, and now we make banks.
Yeah, they have a crude data net set up that runs from fiber optic cabling through main junction points across the planet and bounced off of low orbital artificial satellites.
Okay.
They have an internet.
No, it's just I'm not used to satellites meaning anything but man-made ones. Said artificial satellites. I'm like, what the fuck other kinds of? I'm like, oh yeah,
only
moons
kind of
are
satellite.
Cool. It's like, right, moons are technically satellite. I just don't think of them that way.
Moons were satellites first.
I know, it's just not. That's not what people refer to it as.
Could be Cybertronian made.
Yeah, not man-made.
Oh no. Oh no, Soundwave. He was a satellite in one of the franchises. Also Trypticon Station. You don't want to deal with Trypticon.
What's Trypticon?
Trypticon was a science satellite in space that transformed into its robot mode was a flying, like 800-meter tall Tyrannosaurus.
That sounds fun.
Covered in guns.
That's awesome.
And then after he fell in the war, Megatron took him and reformatted his chassis into their flagship, the Nemesis, and lobotomized him.
When he fell in the war, I'm picturing him like stubbing his foot on like a curb and like
You're not
just
wrong.
tumbling. He skins his knee. And he's like,
In the-
Megatron.
In the war for Cybertron, they blew out his T-Cog in orbit, so it forced him to go from station into robot mode.
Oh shit.
So he started literally falling into the planet, and he had a jetpack to like cushion himself, so he was fine. And they shot that out, so he literally crashed into the debris of old Cybertron and actually crashed.
Shit.
After they took him offline and put him into stasis, the Autobots hauled him up and actually took him apart, like into his constituent like head and arms and stuff. And we're actually tapping his body for Energon for the arc.
That sounds
Gruesome.
morbid.
Megatron comments on it's like, Optimus, I didn't know you had it in you. Optimus was not happy at how ghoulish this had gotten.
Right? My god.
We're scrapping you for parts.
Well, they weren't going to rip him apart. They're just draining his, blood to fuel their ship to get away.
Useful parts? Junk.
Yeah, he was still sapient the whole time, like he was aware.
Anyhow, man-made satellites.
Man-made satellites, artificial satellites in low orbit, constituting a data net.
Not too sapient.
Not too sapient.
Smart, but not too smart.
You want another robot uprising? Fucking Cyberdyne.
So yeah, a lot of people around here that look like aliens, but they're not. They're just humans that have been gene modded. A lot of them violate a myriad of copyright laws if it were to be filmed and shown in circa 2018 American television.
Oh. Specifically American television, I mean. Have you seen some of the Japanese shit? They can
Oh
get
my
away with
God.
anything.
The opening to the Big O was literally the Flash theme. They just
Flash
didn't pay.
Gordon theme, yeah.
They just didn't pay any copyright.
I mean, with Japan, you just get all their folklore stuff and just copy that over and over
They're
and over.
so copyright steely that's one of the reasons Earthbound never gets relocalized, because they just sampled directly from a bunch of artists that didn't pay any royalties.
That's fun.
The music is the main reason Earthbound doesn't get good localization. It's tricky.
Oh no.
So yeah, there are, people who look like Greys, but they all have like animal, like barbarian, like not barbarian, but like battle features to them. Like you can tell they used to have holsters where claws would come out. And you can tell that they used to have like heavier armor. Some of them have like ceiling bivalve, like almost clam designs to them that will like lock up.
It's all fleshy.
Yeah, it's not cybernetic. It's all like organic.
Okay.
This is a planet of gene modders.
Do you want to get G-modded Magnetar?
No. I'd rather just have
Also, you guys
Cybernetics.
can't bring weapons off your ship.
Okay. That's fine.
That's perfectly fine with
Built
me.
Yeah, there's a garrison here, and I should have brought this up when you guys first landed. But when you land, they like have you guys come out and go through their scanners,
Okay.
and they're like, "Boop." Are you in your body that has the gravity gun?
Well, yeah, that's my flesh body.
Okay, they're like, okay, we need to disable that armament. It's illegal.
Okay.
Perfect.
So
Head
tell
on
them.
over to the booth. They'll disable that. Come on through, big girl. Okay, we're to put on a Judas collar.
I do that.
You just lean.
Like a
cat lean away.
I cat lean away from it.
Put on the Judas collar.
What does it do?
It allows us to kill you if you go rabid.
Remember that?
Rampant. Sorry, that's your word. Rampant is a term for when someone who's a cyborg or an AI goes crazy.
Cyber psychosis.
Sorry, that's your word, Hanser.
I just want to gut him right now.
I mean, you don't have the collar on yet. You just have such high AP.
Yeah, I know, I could just gut him right now, but then I have all these other cops to deal with.
I mean...
No,
Oh no.
Lego Batman.
Like, I still can crush anyone, though.
Yeah, but then go like flip, kill.
I can probably break the collar. I'm really strong.
That's how it works.
That's what she's going to assume, actually.
All right.
That's what makes her accept it. She's probably in her head just like, well, I can probably rip this off anyways. Okay.
I'm strong. I'll survive this.
Yeah, there's too much cyber for them to have to disable.
Just thread it all up in me.
Yeah, it's like, I'll just put a bomb collar on you. Yeah, they just render your gun inoperable. They like pull out key parts and keep them in a lockbox.
Fun.
Okay. Yeah, no weapons, no armor.
Awful place.
Yep, it's a hole. It's a camp. It's a preserve.
Preserve.
Yeah. I don't want to use the other word. It seems wrong.
But you're talking about camps and shit. Like,
That seems less wrong.
Camper food.
that's not... I don't even know how to reply to that. That's horrible.
Anyway. Oh, fuck. Fuck. You guys are now back on the planet. So, the question is, where will you go? You're going to spend a week here.
Well, I guess we mingle with the aliens.
Sure. What are you looking for connection-wise or talkie-wise?
Excellent. What do you do?
What do we even want on this planet? Like the skin, but...
You want the skin?
We want the skin.
We do some trading. Because we got some stuff. Maybe they'll give us some good price for the VR pods and... What are they like? Is scary, yeah. They pay for livestock and post-stack?
Are you looking up their trade stuff?
Yeah.
Alright, let's pause. Alright, we're back. So, Peter, walk us through the money.
So we did some rolling, and the best deal that we could find was buying some, exomorph pelts, which are luxury biotech items that are 50,000 per ton base price. We rolled it and we got a 10% discount on it.
Yes.
We rolled for the things we have, and turns out that they're really into VR pods and really into the colony supplies. So fuck the starving children of Julius. We're selling our food here because they're paying 80% of our base price.
Yup.
Yeah. So we sold those. We got 903,600 credits for what we sold, and we converted that into exomorph pelts, 45,000 each, 20 tons. So we spent 900,000 on it, and we have 3,600 credits to put in the ship bank to pay for all the bribes and licenses and everything.
There you go. You guys just made $1 million trade.
Yep.
It's going to take a while, though. So you guys are basically here for almost a month.
Yep.
Because of all the different friction and hang-ups.
Yeah, because we rolled one friction and turns out there's some sort of ritual that needs to be performed. It will take 2 weeks to complete the deal.
Oh yeah, they got to make sure that the animal... They got to do the hunt and stuff for the pelts.
Yeah.
So while it's happening, you need to find skin.
You need to find what?
Skin. For the robot.
Oh yeah.
Just skin for the robot.
You're like, we just bought a bunch of skins. What are you talking about?
Just draped over.
Just fucking drape skin over the robot.
Gruesome.
So I guess that's who Hickson found. Some stuff. Skin flasher maker.
Yes, Hickson got in contact with the Flesh Crafting Guild.
Oh, Nicole.
Sounds so creepy.
Yeah,
Why
Time
does
to
it
roleplay
face it
it.
like that?
they're guildsmen. All right, so yeah, your contact is a member of the Fleshcrafters Guild. They're probably a master, that has their own journeyman and their own forge and stuff. Their name is.
We should have to roll on some table for it.
No, I was just gonna pick from Star Trek. Duras.
Neelix.
I said Duras. She is a space elf-looking thing with long limbs with like raccoon hands, like little multiple-digit raccoon hands, large eyes, large ears, 2 sets of jaws that open when she talks that are like fanged.
You mean like nested, or do you mean like predator? Do you mean like alien, or do you mean like predator?
It's like here's a jaw here, and then there's another jaw here.
Oh, like Alexandrite.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Alright. Cool. Cool.
All right, so you head to her blacksmith forge. It is a prefab shelter that looks like it was built over top of a knocked down and renovated older structure that was made of like different composite materials. What? Why do you look concerned? You looked concerned.
My head hurts.
So like a prefab bubble, and yeah, when you knock, there's kind of like a doo-doo, and the door opens because it's a public space. And yeah, inside here there are pelts, and there are skin on racks, leather being tanned. This is almost like a tanner's house. There are cauldrons, and there are like large vats of boiling skins and animals and stuff. And you see like stock people in like apprentice and journeyman outfits just working the equipment, and there is a actual like elevator that's like round and has like a glass, structure to it that makes the kind of Star Trek sound when it swishes up and down. Yeah. And yeah, one of the journeymen. Hey, foreigner.
Hi there.
Well, what can I do for you?
Well, I am in the market to buy some flesh. I have built a personal companion as a favor to someone I know, but it's now just a robot. They would like it to be soft.
The skin job.
Yes.
Yeah, Duras is downstairs.
Okay.
All right, you head downstairs to the Gene
Pixel's
Forge.
just like, ugh, I feel gross every time I explain this.
You head to the elevator, hit a button, and head down to the Gene Forge.
You feel gross, and then you have this box.
Yeah, you have the box.
Well,
No, you probably have
instructions.
the notes from the AI.
No.
The VI notes. He digitized it for you. And like,
Thank you.
made it better. Made it comprehensible. Annotated it.
That's nice.
Alright, the elevator goes down. Maybe you're a smart person. It goes down about 10 floors. Like you just hear like 10 stories. And when it opens, you're in a brightly lit room with red light. Like everything in here is red light. It has very smooth, like sterile hospital design to it. The elevator opens up into a reception area that is just that white tiled room, and there's a podium in the middle with a large sack of meat that's like held together, like kind of almost like a frog without limbs. It just has like trailing bits of meat coming off of it, hanging around the podium, and it has like its front part is just all mouth with like eyes in it. Hello.
Hi there.
Are you a customer?
I am.
What can the Gene Forge do for you?
My name's Hickson.
The 12 o'clock. Please, enter through the egress.
Somehow sounds judgmental. The 12
That's what you are.
Pass through the egress. And like the door behind him kind of rotates open. And you hear like a tss. You walk in and you're sprayed with sterilizing foam and like showered down and then air dried. And And then it opens into the rest of the building.
So how can we craft you?
Well, you just want a secretary? You get your fucking personal pocket computer and you put it on speakerphone, Peter.
Oh, Devin.
You just put it on speakerphone, Peter. It's not hard.
No.
Put in a pumpkin if you want. Cover the pumpkin in, like, elk carcass.
Anyway.
Yeah. When you're done in the airlock, like the sterilization lab, this is another brightly infrared lit room. Like, brightly in air quotes. But, yeah, it's hard to see. There are tubes everywhere with skeletons and things in it. There are tables that have, like saws and stuff and lasers. And there's, like, an aquarium. One entire wall is an aquarium full of, like, aquatic fetal creatures with, like, tubes coming out of their stomach. They're just kind of moving a bit. Yeah.
Without the flash, and I'm presuming it's dark enough for
Yeah, it's the future. Yeah, Duros is just working at a console. My 12 o'clock.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Never been in one of these before.
Yes, this is my gene forge. The Sawbones shop. This is where we turn meat into art.
It certainly packs a visual impression.
I looked over the data file for your sex robot.
It's not mine. But yes, continue.
Looks like it should be a fairly straightforward job. You went to the best. No other master in the area has the equipment to get the articulation and the joint fluid that you need to have it for sustained use.
Excellent.
She goes over to a table where there's little kind of nodules made of meat that kind of open and close and are suspended in liquid. Yeah, these guys will self-replicate the various materials and fluids to keep the outer and the endo husk living. I could probably guarantee it's a rush job, so my warranty will only cover maybe, 75 years, century tops. Depends on the wear and tear. Just in a bucket.
75 years of being a sex slave.
Oh, this thing is
robot.
so gross.
Imagine 77 passing down to his offspring.
No. These are not the nudie makes you put in the fireplace fake bread.
Oh my god.
Keep it in the box under the whatever.
This is dark, man. It
Ugh.
just keeps getting darker.
75 years a slave.
No, it's not slavery, Peter. We have to stop calling it that. It's specifically not a person. It's not
It's less of a person than Brixby.
Yeah.
So
The teddy bear is more of a person.
So take Briggsy, put it in
No,
there.
no. You're killing me.
Okay.
But yes. I was thinking a generous pay for this would be 15,000. Exchange credits only. I don't want to be paid in unicorn horns or whatever it is you far traders use. That's one of the other mouths talking, like the second mouth that's softer.
Oh god. My character has trade.
You wanna roll?
Is that a good
Trade versus trade.
price?
Roll trade versus trade.
Give me a die.
Alright, I
I
got
don't know what kind we need.
2d6. That's the
plus
skill
trade
check.
plus your skill. Like your attribute for trade.
Charisma.
Probably charisma.
I think he actually has a
Plus
bonus.
1, yes. That's his one thing.
Okay, in which case he has plus 2, because he has trade 1.
Yeah. 10.
What'd you get?
10.
And I rolled 10.
So, price is firm.
Yeah, firm price.
Well, at least I didn't accrue any troubles or whatever the shit.
Stealing!
Vixen comes out with a tentacle growing out of his side. He's like, I upset her. It's my fault. I dropped the glass.
Jesus. Christ, Nicole. Yes. Have the parts delivered and I'll get the biovats running.
Have the what?
You weren't paying attention because you were on your fucking computer?
Peter posted a funny picture to the thing.
Peter, what the fuck?
What?
Posting funny pictures.
I'm sorry.
You should be. You dropped a glass. Have the parts delivered so we can get into the biovats.
Okay. Excellent. I will do that. Don't want to be here anymore.
There's a hissing sound from one of the like chambers in the back, and it opens up, and a dude walks out. He looks like he's in his late teens. He's tall-ish, kind of built sturdy. He's in a black bathrobe. He has his face is on, but you can kind of tell.
His face is on.
Well, the red lighting is highlighting a bunch of like lines all over his face and like around his like where his skull would be and stuff. And he's like kind of scratching at it. Don't scratch at it. It's new. It's like, sorry. Just getting used to it. Are there mirrors here? You don't. You need to wait before looking in a mirror. No. Have to run.
Do I recognize that voice? I
No.
feel like I recognize that voice.
No, it's just a Lil T.
You probably have used that voice before for a different character.
For hundreds of characters. Thousands of
Yeah.
characters. I only have so many voices. I'm not Seth MacFarlane, Nicole.
We need to get you some professional acting experience, Devin.
Couldn't I just get a voice box?
Did you?
It's coming right at us.
It's coming right at us.
It's coming right for us.
So yeah, you leave the shop with the person in the elevator.
Yep.
So, been buying sex robots a long time?
No, I'm just doing this as a favor for a contact of mine.
No.
Yeah, he's gonna help me out with some stuff on my end.
Oh, yeah, this contact. That sounds real.
It is.
He's just kind of, he has his hands behind his back. He's kind of looking at the glass, kind of trying to catch his reflection.
Just
Kinda
slap him
scratching
across his like freshly made face so it breaks.
Use my thing as a camera to
Flash.
let him see.
Flash, 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 flash.
He's like, yeah. No, it looks good. Yeah, no, your friend sounds real.
He is real. He's from Jolier, alright? Jolius. He's from Jolius.
Really?
I sound like I made that up.
Did you all there?
Really? So am I. Which city?
Jolierite 1? Jolius 1? I don't know what it's
So am I. Where does he work?
He's a priest there.
Are you pulling a gun?
I'm not pulling a gun, but I'm
You
putting
don't
my
have a
hand
gun.
near the gun.
You don't have a gun.
I'm putting my hand where my gun would be then. Because I'm worried that this is the guy that we killed last time.
What?
But
Mr.
what?
Tall Julian.
Pants?
What? Yeah, what?
Tall Julian?
Yeah, tall Julius or whatever. What what did he say a second ago though? I got
Where does he work?
He's a priest.
So am I.
Really?
What sect?
What sect?
Yeah.
Do I know that in character? I don't.
Probably not.
I don't know.
He's an aspirant.
He's an aspirant. I know that.
Oh wow, he's like 3 or 4 spiritual levels above most people.
Yeah, he's
I'm kind of in the same ballpark, just on another scale.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, I'm on a different psycho-spiritual growth track. So instead of it going kind of above people, I go at a kind of like a diagonal line. It's like an exponential growth function of spiritual purity. It dips down a bit, then it spikes up, and then it dips down.
Anti-Joliarite.
Well, the correct term is Sparkweaver.
Sparkweaver.
Neat.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Oh, just Sparkweaver. There's only usually 1 or 2 of us. We're sort of, what do you call us? A Paleo-Lucifers.
Looking at how many floors are left on the elevator.
Oh, like 7. Yep. Like most Joliarite aspirants, I was born in a tank. I'm pretty sure.
That's what he said too.
It's a common memory. But, aspirant, does he have really long legs? Tall Joe?
No, he's not tall as Julius.
Tall Julius, right? That guy's a dickhole.
Well, you'll be pleased to know he's no longer. We killed him, right?
We didn't
No.
kill him.
Oh no, never mind.
I mean, I
Jesus
was like,
Christ, Nicole.
hey, Hickson, do you want to do something? She's like, do something here?
Should I commit murder?
Like, no! I'm Hickson, I don't like
Crime's
violence.
illegal, fucko.
I mean, we had that book that made it illegal, sort of.
Wait, can you detect psychics?
Yes.
He's psychic.
Okay. That's not surprising now that he's told me all these other things. So, what was he asking? He has tall legs? No, he does not have tall legs. He has 4 arms, though. Well, 2
4
of them are
arms.
robot arms.
Oh, 77.
Yeah, you actually know him. That's neat.
Yeah, he's psychic. We all kind of know each other. Taps your forehead.
You silly.
Hickson's so small.
I mean, you could get that fix here.
Hey, if you're going to Jolius, can you take me with?
It's a normal job.
For money?
I have money. Do you take star gems?
I don't know what that is.
They're gems they mine out of the Star Empire off of a planet a couple sectors away. I didn't mine them. I shot someone for them.
I'm assuming that me, as someone that has trade,
Yeah.
knows what money is, and if he's giving me literal garbage,
He's not giving you garbage.
he's giving me real money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you like when you get to the top floor, there's like an area where you can get your things. He's like taking his things out. He has like a Jolierite mask, but it's like a smiley mask and stuff. But instead of being like all like happy face and yellow, it's happy face and black, like it was like caught in an explosion, and like has cracks going along it, and like there's a little bit of red near the mouth and the eyes. It's like, oh, let me just pop that on. Actually, ooh, gotta keep that in the bag.
I'm gonna like Google Sparkweaver.
Oh, they're like Paleoterran Lucifers.
Like, he already said that, but I mean, am I gonna get in trouble for bringing him to Julius?
I mean, what is trouble?
I
Which
mean,
is one of their
Getting
tenets.
arrested. Getting-
Who'd arrest you? The Victorian era. Like, what? They check the paper.
They're gonna have a cudgel.
Let me get the Book of Heretics here.
Yeah, he goes into his bag and he pulls out like an actual like Victorian crown with like glowing gems on it, not Element X gems. They look like they have little galaxies in them. It's like, yeah, I killed someone and got this.
That's a nice crown.
Yeah, got it from space pirating.
I'm gonna send a text basically to
You-
Gaius.
You
being
found
like,
a fare for
I
money.
have like a passenger that wants to get a ride to Julius. He calls himself a Sparkweaver. Maybe look that up. Maybe space Google that.
You don't have access to it. It's a primitive infonet.
Yeah.
You had access to it because you're a culture person.
He says he's like a anti-Jolierite Satan figure.
Huh.
And he wants to go to Julius, but he has money.
I mean, that's his funeral.
No, it's fine. I have religious immunity. I'm too spiritually pure.
Huh.
You normies.
I know nothing about your religion other than
It's pretty great.
gluttony.
Gluttony. Gluttony's for aspirants.
He said it. Oh, he said assholes.
So, we got a deal?
Yeah.
Alright, space contract. If you break it, the circle will be broken.
I'm kind of expecting like it to burn onto my arm or something, and
It
I
does a
shake his
little.
hand.
It does a
Like,
little.
Jesus.
It leaves electus on your arm.
Like, cool. That looks awesome, but oh my god.
Like red demon electronic tattoos.
Jeez.
This guy's a little bit scary. I mean, Hickson's gonna be locking his doors and putting extra screws into the.
Into the vents, so he's not waiting for you.
Hickson has already done that. To be clear, like that's the first thing he did. If people need to do maintenance in his room, they can fucking tell him first. This guy's
He wears he's wearing like a black robe. When he puts on his actual clothes, it's like a black turtleneck, long sleeves, like straight thin pants. Like he's dressed like Steve Jobs.
That sounds amazing.
Like he has fucking style. Give him that. Like that creepy mask and shit. Cuts a figure. All right. Well, I guess we're doing this.
You guys meet back at the ship?
Yep.
Perfect. Ooh, this is your crew?
Yes, this is co-captain, I guess is what we're calling it.
I am the captain.
You're like he's the guy that drives the ship, but we both own it. He's the captain. His name is Gaius. This is the big one's Magnetar. I don't know who the robot is. She's new.
Spirit of cotton candy.
Ghost.
Close enough.
Oh, robots.
Yeah, actually, we have a few other. One of our friends is collecting pets at this point.
Huh. Well, alright. Well, I hope this covers it. It gives you the crown.
Alright.
If you get it appraised, it's worth about $8,000.
Nice.
Good enough.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wonder where it's from. Does anyone recognize it? Like me or
Magnetar?
Magnetar? Yeah.
Magnetar does.
What is it?
It's space royalty.
What's kind of space royalty?
From like the sector, but deeper in the sector.
Okay.
You sometimes will find like ships or convoys heading from you doing diplomatic trades or stuff, and it's always great to shoot and kill the people on them and take their jewelry.
So 5K?
Hmm?
Alright.
What was it?
8K.
8K. Okay.
Where do I bunk?
No. Here's an empty room. There you go. Some crew quarters.
Perfect. We should leave. I'm a wanted fugitive. They probably saw me enter the ship.
Well, we do have to go and register with the Eden authorities.
Ooh, tricky biz. I'll hide in your ship. You have smuggling air holds, right?
We
Don't.
don't.
Really?
Yeah, we're a legitimate business.
Really? Not even a couple tons of smuggling hold?
Crime is illegal. What are you talking about, mister?
We're from the Praetorian Republic, man. Crime's
Do we
illegal.
actually not have
No.
smuggling holds? Okay, I thought we were lying to him.
I mean, you can retroactively change something up in the ship's the thing. You just,
You
space-
actually don't have smuggling holds.
Nope.
You should really get those. That's how you smuggle all the good stuff out.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I don't think we have anything.
Oh, I'll find a place to hide.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we get ready to launch.
Or it's gonna get real bloody real fast.
Oh no. Space pursuit.
So yeah, you guys wrap up your business here. Takes a little while for the robot to show up, and it shows up. It's a cutesy animal woman
Cool.
that's been assembled and turned on. Or, no, I guess not turned on, just left assembled in like a little tank. That's a little tank.
What kind of animal woman? Is she a fucking
Just a-
sheep lady?
Just a mix of things. Sheep, wolf, cat,
Does she
fox,
have
just features everywhere.
goat eyes?
Yeah, creepy goat eyes. Almost like Nia from Gurren Lagann with like a little star field in there. It's ridiculous. It's just as many kitschy, stupid, cute things a horny teen would add in, he added in.
Oh, the fetishes.
It's ridiculous. It doesn't look stupid. It's just a bunch of different animal features, and it's tall. It has the backwards goat legs.
For all the glasses.
Oh yeah, there's a glasses case in there.
Okay. We get ready to...
Yeah, you trade all your goods.
Yeah. Finally they came in. Took us 3 weeks. Fucking rituals.
The ritual stuff, the delay was probably you guys having to shuffle dates and delivery stuff around or have inspections. That might have been it.
Either or.
But goes off without a hitch, and you have your passenger.
Huzzah. Okay. So I guess we go to space and go to Eden, I guess, to register, pay our fees.
Oh yeah, out of Eden.
How
Yep.
are we going to hide this guy that's apparently a wanted fugitive for killing space royalty and probably other things?
I mean, he changed his skin job, right? For all that.
Oh yeah, and my blood and stuff too.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I mean, that's not as helpful when he's wearing a very identifiable...
Yeah, I put it in a bag.
Okay.
Wait, Worst comes to worst, I'll just set it on fire and make a new one.
Yeah.
Did I get that color off yet?
Oh yeah, you guys have left the planet.
No, you kept it for, keepsake.
You kept the collar, the killed collar.
No, I definitely did not.
Put it on the, robot and...
Put it on the robot. What the? I just
sex
paused
bot.
you. Alright. So, you guys have to register your ship, or you'll be killed by mines instantly. No save back.
No save back.
That's right.
Okay, how much is the registration?
Well, you have to go to the orbital, and they're going to inspect your ship for contraband.
I
Do we
mean,
have any of that?
we've got the little
Yeah, I
critter.
don't know if that's illegal though.
It's
No
not
one,
illegal,
no
it's
one even
just a
knows what it
thing.
is.
Weird, yeah.
Unless they
It's weird.
were specifically on that project. Like no one knows what they are.
Yeah. I guess maybe the space royalty crown.
Ooh.
Like, ooh, where did you get that?
Ooh-wee.
Let's do something about that.
Put in the garbage. Stow it away in the guys' quarters or something. For fun. No, we just got some highly illegal data dumps, but we can encrypt that. That's fine. The God key dumps.
All in your head.
Yeah. Okay. No. So we go to Eden's orbital.
Yeah, there is an orbital where you can kind of temporarily dock, a crew will come on board and sweep your ship for contraband, and then properly register you guys. It's 500 credits a person, and it lasts forever.
Okay.
Oh, if it lasts forever.
Fine then. How many do we have? Let's do a crew count here.
Well, there's you, and there's Hickson, and there's Megatron.
And then Ghost of Cotton Candy, though?
Yeah, they don't count that as a sentient creature.
Okay.
Sweet.
It's just a droid.
Having not people, it saves us on
Haha.
One of the inspectors is in Megatar's room and has his scanner flashlight. Just kind of
standing there
just
arms crossed.
tapping on the glass of the scraplet cage. What the hell is this?
Did he give us a name?
Yeah, he's called them scraplets.
It's called Scraplet.
And what is this? Some sort of novelty pet?
Yeah. It likes to eat.
Huh. He opens the case to check it for contraband.
Don't put anything metal in there. Does it actually get out?
Yeah, it's attacking him. He's he has a robot hand.
Oh no!
He's hitting it against the wall. It's gnawing down to his
Stop hurting my
stomach.
pet.
Megatar's laughing.
Yeah. He's running around your room.
I'll pick it up off of him.
Fire extinguisher.
Oh yeah. It likes to eat
Zzz, his
metal.
fingers are all broken and
Yeah.
stuff.
He likes to eat metal. This calms him right down. Puts him to sleep. Puts him back in the little tank. Puts the lid on.
Guy leaves your room.
Yeah, you do.
And puts him to sleep.
Who's a little guy?
Alright, you got the data specialist on the bridge with you.
Hi.
Okay, so, what was your last jump before the station?
With the station, we're from Hukal to Maw, from Hukal 1.
What city were you at on Hukal 1?
The Hukal 1-1.
Hukal 1-1?
Yeah.
Okay. Also known as Hukal Prime,
Yep.
or Tyrannotron City, depending on what ordnance goes through.
Yep.
Alright, and before Hukal 1?
We're on Bellator.
What are you doing on Bellator?
We're getting our ship there.
Yeah, that matches the logs here. What ship were you crewing under before that?
What was
Space Maggot.
Yeah, the Space Maggot, with the proper lettering there.
LSS?
Alexei Space Maggot.
Space Maggot. Space Maggot. You have its call sign and stuff?
Yeah. Under what's it?
The Luxury Trader.
Yeah.
Okay. And previous captain, currently living on
Luxury.
Firma.
Firma, yeah.
Ship lost, all hands on deck.
Yep, that was after we left.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What business did you have on Who Call One?
We were trading. We traded What do we trade there?
What did you trade there?
Let me pull up my trading table. Oh yeah, we traded cybernetics and we got drone VR pods for those. And the Furbies.
Yeah, we inspected those. They seem a little old. What?
Old cache.
Liquidated stock?
Yeah, old cache.
Alright. Well, this seems all good. Have you encrypted your systems in any way that you'd be able to kind of poke at?
I mean, I've encrypted all the important data for myself, so yeah. The data that's encrypted and the rest is not.
He's going to roll whatever the roll is for hacking. I'm just going to say he has a +2.
That's mine.
Yeah, versus yours.
Isn't it harder because you're an AI?
I've got 9 here plus. +1, +2, 3. So I got a 12. 13, I guess.
Yeah, 13. Is there any way you could pump that up? You
Mm.
just got to match the number.
I got int, I got program. Unless I could use my skills to like auto succeed at some tests, I guess. That's
Like, if you program something as an AI, doesn't it make it really hard to deal with for non-AI people?
probably to some extent. So I guess we could add.
Yeah, I'll give you a circumstantial bonus to that.
Yeah.
All right, he misses your secured encrypted databases that talk about all that insane shit.
Yeah. I mean, probably would have dumped it into my cell because I've got.
Well, that's what I was asking for. And if you've done that, then there's no roll.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've copied that into myself and.
Yeah, then there's no roll.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. Hickson.
Yeah.
You're just going to get asked a lot of the same questions, but you're going to get drilled more because you're a psyker. It's like, so, what psychic disciplines do you know?
I know biopsionics and I know metapsionics.
You can detect other psionics?
I can.
Interesting. Where do you come from? What's your homeworld?
I
Yes.
don't actually remember what it was called.
Ponular.
I'm originally from Ponular.
Same system as Bellator, right?
Yes.
Interesting. But that's not your home. That's your home planet, but that's not your home. You live elsewhere, my records here show?
Yes, I was trained on Hukal at Hukal? That's not right.
How?
I was trained on Hall, and then I
prison installation.
Yes, and then I served in the Bellator military for several years.
Tour of duty as a biopsionic?
Pardon?
Tour of duty as a biopsion?
Yes. Yes.
Have you ever come into contact with any known psionic fugitives?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. Have you ever dabbled in telepathy or mental alteration psionics?
No, that's not something that I have an easy time grasping. I'm more concerned about training the new generation and also helping people heal.
Your access to meta psionics does allow you to restore artificial systems.
Yes.
Are you aware that your ship's captain is an artificial life form? They have tech level 5.
Okay. But I am.
How does that make you feel?
It doesn't. He's
You don't feel?
He's a
Deep
good captain. He's very good at piloting the ship.
Do you sometimes feel detached, hanging out around machines so often, isolated on a machine?
No. I find
You're
it
on the
very
beach.
interesting and very life affirming to explore the galaxy.
You're on the beach, and you're sitting down, the waves are coming in, and you see a tortoise nearby. It's flipped over on its back. You flipped it over. Why did you do that?
Hickson jumps across the room.
I did not do.
Why did you flip it over? It's baking in the sun. Its little legs pumping.
If I did that, I would assume that that's because there was a predator trying to crawl up from underneath. So I was trying to protect it with its own shell.
You just did it because you didn't like it, though.
I wouldn't do that.
But you did. Why? Yeah, he like kind of just finishes jotting down his notes. It's like, that's fine. That's good. Thank you for your time. He just gave you a point contest.
Did not jump across the room.
Did not jump across the room screaming to murder me.
Partial pass.
I love this thing I said, you're on a beach, you just fucking lost it.
I don't know where that's going.
Yeah. I know you, Devin. I know what you like.
So, I guess we need to roll to see if they discover the murderer on board. The murderer that's not you guys.
I would say he's a murderer, but yes, he's killed at least a few people.
He's killed people. Alright. I guess we'll just roll. High is bad.
How do we make it so that they... How do we challenge this roll?
How would you hide the Spark Weaver?
Intense stealth or something?
So, like, how would you hide him? That'll help us determine the roll.
Let's see, what do we have? We've got all those hides and all those Furbies, so maybe somewhere in the cargo.
In the cargo they're going to inspect for
contraband?
contraband?
No, he's a stowaway.
Are they going to check our vent system? Because as we've discovered, those are very
Vampire-sized.
conveniently people-sized.
We'll give it a once over, but it's usually not a problem.
Okay, so we should basically... I don't have telepathy.
He's got a compad.
He should basically... Well, they might check our logs.
Check your Wi-Fi.
Basically, if he could move to a place that they've already inspected, like Magnetar's room, then that would probably be helpful. I don't know how Magnetar feels about her space being invaded, but he's a space invader.
Alright.
That'll cost him extra.
You'll play the shell game. So I guess we'll take a bonus from whoever has the best stealth score.
0. Magnetar? Actually, I don't even have 0. I don't have it.
You don't have it.
Different systems. Where 0 actually means something.
Yep.
Both Magnetar and Hickson have 0. Magnetar it's her room, but Hickson has a charisma bonus.
Alright, so Hicksman, you're playing interference. Hicksman.
So what am I rolling here?
So
2d6.
yeah, 2d6 plus your stealth plus your whatever.
Charisma?
Yeah.
+1.
It's a 10.
Alright. Hey, you're good. Hey, Lamau. So yeah, you're able to shuffle the Spark Weaver around the vent systems and whatnot, the Anti-Priest. At one point, it looks like they're inspecting kind of like a corridor he's currently in with his back to the wall. And the dude just kind of turns the corner, and I guess you're looking over the shoulder, and the Spark Weaver just kind of makes a hand motion, and the dude just kind of looks around with the scanner and turns around and walks out.
He's the telepath.
Yeah, he's psychic.
He technically is using the Space Monk class. He even has a laser sword.
Oh my.
Watch out, that laser sword will really mess up your day. Really mess up your day.
Yep.
And yeah, you guys get through. You get through the arduous process of almost getting found out and having to flee.
Like, oh no, they check us once and they register us forever. So that means next time we'll be just sending stuff over. They won't be checking that. So kind of pointless.
Random inspection.
Whatever.
It's about seeing if you're worth their time, which you kind of are.
AI.
An
They're
AI,
after
a psyker.
shenanigans.
It's about keeping tabs, not about stopping contraband. Who the fuck cares about contraband?
Unless it's Maltec.
That's so rare.
Let's look at this contraband and the face melts like in Indiana Jones.
Yes, entering the Ark of the Covenant.
I mean, super radiation, Devin. Super radiation.
Super radiation. Like the whole inside of the ship starts melting like an annihilation. Oh, which you haven't seen. You don't get the
I don't get the joke.
You don't get the sick ref, dog.
Oh no.
It's a good movie. It's a scary, scary movie.
Pacific Rim is out soon.
Specific Rim.
Pacific Rim. What do our listeners think of like how we slur words constantly? Can they not understand us at all?
They can probably understand the words. I don't know if
Why?
they make sense in context, but
What must they think?
Yeah.
sometimes I'll be like hanging out with other people and like I'll
Using
want to
the same slurs.
reply in a way that we would, and I'm like, I'm not going to say that because they're not going to get it. I'm just going to look crazy.
Swirls before pines.
Swirls before pine.
You don't get it. You don't watch the cool stuff.
You don't have a weird hodgepodge of 70s comedy and 90s TV shows.
Swirls before
Oh, Devin.
And just in-jokes, just straight up in-jokes.
Horrifically in jokes.
Inbred jokes.
Fractally.
Guess I'm not
in.
sorry then.
I guess I'm not sorry then. Jesus Christ, Kevin.
But the chain will be broken, or like, just,
Vampiric duel.
yeah, that just happened.
Anyway, you guys get to leave the station and fly to your next coordinates. Where are your next coordinates, Peter?
The jolliest system. Or the solar system. Which is the planet? It always confuses me. One of them is the other.
Oh man. Ooh-wee.
The jolliest system, and we're going to
Solarius.
Aha!
Alright. How long does that take for you to get there?
Like 3 days total, I think.
3 days? That's not bad with your new ship.
Yeah. I mean, we're moving at, was it Spike Drive 8 levels?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Because I bump it up by 1 for 2 to 3, then I trim the cost so it goes to 4, and then Starfire 2 halves the time in half, so it's like
There it
traveling
is.
in 8. Fucking plaid speed, man.
Yeah. You've gone plaid. Alright, so you guys want to hang out with each other, or in the mess hall, or with your crew member, or your passenger?
Yeah,
I guess we
I'm
hang out with
interested in getting to know these people too, because he actually didn't know some of their names. Like a bunch of just everyone's a robot now, except for him.
Everyone's a robot!
I mean, they're true to maintain, they don't eat as much oxygen.
It's actually a really valid point.
So if we ever get stranded, you'll survive longer.
They don't take as much oxygen, and they don't count for customs checks, so you don't have to pay as much money.
Haha.
So, sure.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, I don't know, maybe you guys are at the dinner table.
Yeah, probably talk with Sparkweaver and so on.
Woo-wee, we're almost home.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys heading to? Oh, right, your sex robot. Oh.
We're far trading, and that's on the side.
Oh yeah, far trading's great. Great. Excellent way to accrue things you can't get off-world.
You know what would have been really funny? When that guy was interviewing me, he's like, have you ever been in contact with a known, like, psychic criminal or whatever? I'm like, yes, he's on the ship, please help us.
Lightsaber through the guy's spine. It's like, are you breaking the circle?
His hand starts burning up.
Like he's puppeting the guy's mouth with his hand through the hole in him.
So what's breaking the circle?
Oh, it's all fucking... Okay, so we had this guy called Josh.
It's a Josh story.
I've heard of...
You've heard of Josh. Josh is...
Stop joshing me.
Yeah, okay, so Josh was very new to gaming, which meant he wasn't ruined by, like, D&D conventions and dumb gaming tropes. So
Or
he was-
cynicism.
Or cynicism, so he was just a babe in the woods, right?
Ooh-wee.
And he wanted to kill someone else's character because they had wronged him, or he thought they had wronged him, and they were both vampires because they made a lot of bad choices, right? So he's like, no, it's fine, guys, it's fine, okay? And remember, he's just talking off the top of his head how he justified killing this other player's character. He's like, no, what I'll do is at sundown, like at the full moon, I'll challenge her to a vampiric duel. And it's a vampiric duel, and no one is allowed to interfere, because if they do, the circle will be broken. And he just made that up. Like, it wasn't anything. It was just something that came out of his mouth.
It was just a statement that his character was putting forth as fact, which is something that Devin does, actually.
Yeah.
But,
I do it all the time.
oh my
I mean,
God.
it does make quote-unquote sense. At least it's interesting enough. And
Sounds like a vampiric culture thing. It's like, oh shit, yeah, the chain will be broken.
It was the way he delivered it was the drunkest thing in the world.
The chain will be
The
broken.
chain. Like, he was like, he had absolute certainty, like he delivered it with absolute certainty that this was a real thing to try and trick us into believing it was a real thing and he knew better.
I mean, it sounds like a Devonism thing.
Oh yeah, and this wasn't in character. This is as a person. He was saying it to us. It's like, if you interrupt the vampiric duel, the circle will be broken. And it was fucking amazing.
I mean, there is some precedent that, like, looking at Vampire Requiem, there are some merits, like, if you engage a duel or declare a duel and someone interrupts you, like...
It works in retrospect, but it's like, holy shit, Josh. He would do that all the time. He would claim that he invented the question mark or that he invented the piano necktie, just off the top of his head to justify his bullshit, to backpedal and try to make sure his character didn't die.
That's fine.
It's good, it's great.
77.
Yeah.
Literally invented the piano necktie in a fucking setting.
Yeah, the character 77 was a character I used to play, and in the game I played him originally, he invented the piano necktie in homage to how insane Josh is.
Okay.
You think, fuck you.
I was. Tell me anything.
I'll tell you whatever I want.
You can't tell me. I told us so. So yeah, that's where the circle will be broken comes from. Just wheeling it out.
Oh, Devin.
Just bullshit. Like me when I convinced people the Earth was flat. And Anthony's like, wait, what? No. We're not doing this. And then we did it. Ships, when they get far away, get smaller. It's like, yeah, that's because the air's in the way, dude. It gets foggy.
Slap.
Yeah.
Okay. So Aether is just a poor imitation of this wonderful player.
It's like a convergence of a bunch of different things that were happening at the time. Josh was great for that. Anyway. Yeah, so you guys are sitting at the table with the Sparkweaver. You were talking about something.
Far trading.
Far
It's
trading.
very useful for getting stuff, you can't get in the world and stuff.
Oh yeah. I was, we were using the far traders to get weapons and ship components smuggled to our world.
Oh, cool. Which world was that?
Nvidia, I want to say.
Oh. We haven't gone there yet, now have we, Hickson?
It's a bit stuffy, but my soul transmigrated to Nvidia when I was born in this incarnation, so hey, you roll with the punches. Kind of stuffy, became a space pirate, repelled some, what do you call it? The Iscarian, the Star Empire, Eden. We repelled them, they invaded Nvidia a couple of weeks ago, and we just repelled them, killed them all, took their salvage. Then we decided to invade Iscaria. Didn't go well.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, turns out the strongest empire in the sector, you can't just invade. But I valiantly ran to the escape pod while the rest of the crew died. With my swag.
Oh my.
And I got my face cut off.
Jeez.
And I got a new face. And new blood. And other things. I mean, I was there. I couldn't not.
Jeez. No, that's quite a tale.
You bet. Crimes against the state.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pirate life for you, I suppose.
Oh yes, it'll be great to head on back down to Solarius and just gather up whatever anti-priest followers I can muster and, just keep that crusade on going. It's something to do. The old stuck-up priests on NVIDIA are kind of big on it, so, you do what you can for them. They're old and they've been around a while, so you don't want to make them feel bad. They're immortal.
Oh. That's interesting.
They have ancient aesthetic cyber soul practices that keep them living long.
Sounds like something we should visit. I guess he's gonna love it.
It's a bit of a war zone.
Oh.
Hickson doesn't want to go to a war zone.
I mean, everywhere's a war zone these days.
Hickson is curious about how they're immortal, but,
Steal the secrets of immortality.
Yes.
Nah, you have to be on the planet for it to work.
Oh.
They take advantage of the local biology and fauna and some weird astrological events that are the same as where the element X comes from on Solarius, but it's Black X.
When they have Negaverse or whatever.
Oh yeah, hey, you want some? He like takes out a little tube, with a handle, and like flicks a switch, and a black laser beam sword comes out of it. That's like also humming.
That's not how it works, Devin.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Is it what does it do?
He like puts it in the table, and starts cutting through it.
A table.
It's great, right?
That's expensive.
How?
Psionic technology. I'm able to maintain it. He's like pointing like the open end into his eye, like into the tube.
Dude.
Bit of sci-tech, a bit of mal-tech, or I don't know, whatever, tech. Whatever the old men call it. It's not important.
It's neat.
Yeah, he like kind of unscrews the hilt and pulls out a few little shards of like, it looks like Element X, but it's black and it's humming and it's drawing light into it. He kind of just puts it on the table next to the searing marks in it. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Put that next to your brain.
That does not sound like a good idea.
Just cut the whole ship with that and it'll absorb all the radiation. It'll be stealthy.
That was an idea we had. We were gonna try and find an old asteroid of the stuff that might have crashed into the surface from the belt around Nvidia and coat our fleet in it and call it the Blackstar fleet.
Oh.
Why, didn't that work?
Yeah, it would have taken a while, and the war's happening now.
We should look into it. The whole ship would be buzzing at all times.
It'd be great!
No!
Buzz. Just absorbing the metaspace into itself.
Yeah, we'd have enough crew members that we could use cyber tech to take out any of the defects and fix any of the brain damage in the mutants. That'll definitely degrade your DNA. Guaranteed.
Can someone who is not made of flesh take that away?
He like grabs it with his bare hand and like kind of just, like tosses it and stuff. And
He's
like,
gonna swallow it. The motion made it look like he's like,
oh.
He's not 77.
Yeah, he like, I don't know, grabs a cup with like a screw top and like pops it in and like, screws it and like flicks it across the table at you. No, thank you. Don't want it.
Not really. Well, maybe we can sell it.
I'll put it in like a display case.
Sure.
Alright. Yeah, it's really neat.
Sounds awesome.
That and like some of the other one. They probably don't interact very well.
Oh wow, do not put Element X near that stuff.
I was about to put it next to the shelf. Next to the M&X. Oh.
Right? That would have been a good thing to lead with.
Okay, on the far side.
I mean, it's classic, what's the word I'm looking for?
Matter, antimatter.
No. I was gonna say, no, not fire and water. It's classic angel-devil methodology here. If you put them too close to each other, they'll speed into each other and annihilate.
Okay.
Put your demons right next to your angels.
Suppose.
Heresy.
Make some keychains out of that.
How big of an explosion?
I don't know, we could test it out.
Why haven't people weaponized it?
They probably have.
I mean, it's expensive. So,
Is it? I mean, the entire planet, like everyone is just coated in it.
That's raw and refined Element X, but Black X is harder to get a hold of because it's on Nvidia.
Yep.
I wonder why one planet has nothing but the good stuff and one has only the bad stuff, and the bad stuff has the bad people on it, and the good planet has the good people planet on it.
I mean, which is which?
Fair enough.
I mean, we've been to Solarius.
What is he?
What is he?
I mean, look at us. Two of us are dressed like fascists.
This is a very dark game. You're dressed like Sebastians from Farscape.
Xen's dressed like a Bajoran, basically, without the stupid hat.
The Bajorans were evil in Deep Space Nine.
Oh, shit! Shit!
We're all Nazis here.
The Bajorans were evil in Deep Space Nine. They bombed the school once.
Man. Oh, her stupid face.
Kywin.
Oh, I hate her so much. She's like fucking Umbridge.
Yeah, she is like Umbridge.
Ugh.
Plus, you have an actual space pirate, and you're transporting literally the devil. The devil in human flesh.
Plus all the slave trading we've been doing.
A lot of it.
But I mean, it was always to put people in a better situation, so...
I mean...
Is that how you're going to justify it, colonist?
That is how
I mean, yeah, we had to sell them so we could buy more slaves and put them in better situation as well. You can just release them; they wouldn't have money for the next batch of slaves, and it'll end there.
Don't make Hickson think about it.
Don't think about it. Here, put some of this next to your head.
It takes away all the bad thoughts. It feeds on them.
And gone.
Oh, I just put the dark energon next to your head to not think bad thoughts.
Oh.
So, what are you guys doing after Solarius?
Probably HAL 1. Oh, HAL installation.
The prison planet?
Yeah.
Huh. Didn't take you guys for criminals. Oh.
I mean, you know, there's an academy there.
Is there? Academy for what?
Psychics.
Really?
Yeah.
How interesting.
I mean, it's like 2 hexes away. They could jump there and invade.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a psychic academy just so in a prison planet. What's the prison planet like? I've never actually seen who call one. Do you or HAL installation? Do you have pictures?
No! No, you're a teleporter, I bet.
I mean, they can't teleport the whole system.
He makes like a devilish smile.
I know your tricks.
I know you trick Satan and the snakes.
Right? Oh my god, you've met Satan.
Yes!
The hologram Satan.
Yes.
This is a weird game.
Yes, Devin. We make it weird.
You make it weird.
Sure, Devin, you make it weird.
It's like that picture of Lemongrab pointing at himself in the mirror when he finally finds out who's been ruining his life.
Me?
So yeah, HAL installation. Where are you going after that? What are you doing? What's the trade for? What's the money for? You just want something. More guns?
I'm looking to just explore.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm a cartographer.
Oh. You know, some of my past memories are pretty full of like locations and stuff that aren't on the public maps for the sector.
Past memories?
I reincarnate. Remember, I'm like Paleo Lucifer.
I assume that.
Oh wait, have you ever seen The Omen? Okay, so there's this loving family, and they give birth to a son who's really special, and he has to go to a special school for kids who are also special. But then he's an orphan partway through it for no good reason. And then there he learns to control his powers and wipes out the old tyrant, and he becomes king of the wizards. Damien Potter.
I don't even know how to reply to that.
It's a little like that. The classic Paleo-Terran's tale.
1,200 years ago.
That's how it works, though. Whenever I die, I just kind of pop back in, but I keep my past life memories stored away for my next incarnation.
How?
Oh, technology, sci-tech. There's a vault on NVIDIA that I go to regenerate in.
So he's the emperor now.
I think I was an emperor at one point.
I still have a feeling we're getting a new crewmate popping up right here.
Oh, you don't want me around. Nothing but trouble, especially when the dark quakes happen.
Oh no, what's that?
Dark quake.
If I get too injured, it creates tremors in the local space area. Really messes up the spike drive. Crashed our ship.
Jeez.
Yeah, bridge got hit. I took a bit of steel through the lung, couldn't deflect it, caused a quake, ended up crashing on the planet. This whole thing.
Sounds like an adventure.
Yeah, it was this really vivid and colorful adventure full of drama and tension and stakes. Just something you'd really want to kind of read about, or maybe even play through in an interactive video game.
So, what do your past memories of places help us?
I don't keep them all on hand because there's a lot, because past memories, but I don't know. If you guys want to help me out a bit, I could probably get you up star charts.
You have rudders, certainly.
Yeah, rudders. Those exist.
Yep. So what do you need?
Well, I kind of just lost my pirate crew because they died.
Aforementioned ship crashing?
Yeah. So I'm really looking for general resources to kind of scavenge up a new one. You guys probably can't deliver ships. You don't seem...
Not yet, but TL4 salvage and whatnot, maybe.
Oh, we're just going to call them by the tech level now, are we?
I mean...
It is an in-universe thing.
That's what he's saying in-game.
Yeah.
He said that. It's like, okay, we're going to take the mysticism out. Yeah, no. I could do a salvage. Turn that into gravity cannons, whatnot. I can use gravity tanks.
Grav tanks. Aren't those TL5s?
Well, normal tanks.
Yeah.
Solarius doesn't have awesome defense against any kind of tank.
Yeah, we definitely could look into that. Like Bellator around, it seems.
What are you texting?
We can't text 77 from here or anything, so...
We're probably still in drive space, so no.
Yeah. It's like, we probably shouldn't be doing literal deals with the devil here.
Literal deals with the literal devil.
Who's like...
You're just a fallen angel, it's
devil
fine.
of, like, the people we're trying to be friends with. Even though they're garbage.
We're fantasy, we have no morals.
They're garbage.
But yeah, if you could supply my side with, just really easy to come by tech and sneak by lines and drop it off, we could assemble that and use that to hold land and resources on the planet and expand the resistance. I'm being paid a good amount of money to keep this resistance going.
Cool. Well, but we're traders, and if you're pirates, that usually means our ship might get destroyed or whatever in the process, or pirated on the way there. How can we make sure that it doesn't happen?
Oh.
Okay.
I'm not a far trader. I don't know. How do you usually deal with that shit?
I mean, if you have connection with the pirates, you put some good word out not to pirate us, I suppose, or...
Be sure all the pirates are dead right now. I'd have to check when I get home.
Yeah.
I think it was worth saying I tell future pirates not to shoot down our literal milkman.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I think that goes without saying.
I mean...
That would be awfully stupid of us.
I mean, you do meet sometimes some subpar pirates, the ones that aren't that well organized.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Supply us with weapons for the war.
Okay. Looks like we're going back to Bellator.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
Ooh.
Ooh-wee.
Vixen is not leaving the ship. Magnetar's going to have a hell of a time.
Guns!
You guys can't touch me, assholes!
Yeah, I can get you spike drive coordinates.
Cool. Okay.
There are some empires still out there, still running that aren't even on the local maps.
I mean, yeah, so we heard. I mean, we've been to one of those.
It's the singularity in the middle of the sector. It warps detection and the general buoys that are sent out to kind of touch base and reestablish after the scream. So because it's there, it's a lot harder for the different empires to kind of reconnect. They can't go through the middle.
Yeah, it is a concern. Okay, I'll put that in our quest log.
Perfect. You do that, Hickson. Gaius. You all look alike.
I mean, one of us is dressed fashionably, the other one...
I mean, he dresses distinctively, so he knows who he is.
Both of us
Devin
wearing
from
black.
Day.
All in black, wearing a happy face mask. Lightsaber. A dark, evil lightsaber from the evil planet of evil monks.
Cool.
Alright, well, that roleplay scene ends.
Hooray.
Hooray!
Back to Solarius.
Yes.
The happy place.
You guys warp into the Julius system.
Yep.
Yep. You guys head through the kind of middle space. Your sensors do pick up that there is debris near some of the celestial bodies and planetoids and like space lanes.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like there has been combat in the sector.
Yep.
And yeah, when you eventually get to Julius proper, or Solarius, proper, do they have a fleet defending them?
Let me check what's in the faction sheet.
Sure, let me pause. Yeah! So yeah, when you... Oh my god, we opened with your head. So when you approach Solarius, there's actually a fleet, like around the planet, like doing maneuvers, and has like a space dry dock, or a space dock.
Well, that wasn't here before when we last came here like half a year ago.
Oh yeah, they're really big on this now, the whole ship thing. I think it's a little gauche, but that's shooting down with pirates.
Well,
The ships look like they're made out of like the actual superstructure of temples and churches down there that they've like shored up and like sealed together and put into space. So it's
Warhammer.
yeah, but more ridiculous. Like it's made of brickwork and metal like bolted onto it and stuff with windows that have been reinforced with like ceramics and stuff.
So almost like Treasure Planet or something.
A little like Treasure Planet. But yeah, it's a fleet where they just ripped out buildings and old like high-tech structure underneath Julius or Solarius and have thrown it into space. Using like gravlift tech and stuff to bring it into the atmosphere to escape the gravity well. And they've been like repainted and stuff and plastered, and there's like wording on them and symbols and hieroglyphs.
Smiley faces all around.
Sun symbols everywhere. Big brass and gold masks like pinned to like the hull and stuff. It looks like Cirque du Soleil in space.
Well, I guess the trapeze will be quite something in space.
Ooh wee! What if we they won't be able to find you if we get searched. We'll be fine. I'll be fine.
The best can do is search you on planet, and by that time you could be already gone.
Yep.
Well, I guess we'll see you around when we land.
You guys are being hailed by one of the ships. A frigate is moving towards you.
Okay, we held back. It's the PRS Lunalorne. Respond to your hail.
Someone wearing a jewelry mask pops in. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Can
we
you
can
hear me?
you, yes.
Can you hear me? She has like a phone to her ear, like with like a cable to it.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, I'm not in the machine. I'm just on your screen.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
All right. I just want to make sure I'm not leaving a message again.
They're
What?
new to this. Victorian era people going to space. It's like, was the setting space 1890 something?
Yeah. All right. Identify yourself or be destroyed.
This is the PRS Lunalorne.
What am I supposed to do with that information? Identify yourself. Don't tell me your name. I just need to know, the gist.
We're far traders. We're bringing trade from Iscaria.
That checks out. Okay. She hangs up. She's
Yeah.
still on the camera, staring straight ahead.
I turn it off. I terminate the connection.
That checks out.
Jeez, we so you just hijack the whole fleet. Just go and hack it and have junk.
Junk. Garbage.
Yes.
They have so much Element X. Load it into a cannon, just shoot it out at them.
I mean, then take a little bit of element X negative and toss
Black
that in.
X.
Then toss that in at them, detonate it straight into their engines.
Yeah, that existed in an old game we ran in D&D. It was called an Energon Cannon. How it works is in D&D, you had these spirits of the elemental planes of positive and negative energy, and they were called energons. And if you summon them next to each other and they get too close, they'll collide into each other and create a detonation based on their hit die.
Okay.
Now, if you were a high-level, 20th level summoner, you could use Summon Monster and go Energon are really weak to summon. So you could summon a bunch of them at once of positive and negative energy, and they would immediately collide together and create a huge, like, 50d10 explosion.
Okay.
So all people did once they figured this out in our Epic games was build cannons, like big magic items that summoned thousands of Energons. And the Summon Monster spell in D&D summons at a point within line of sight, and it has a huge range because the monster appears where you summon it. So it's not useful to summon it 80 miles away. That'd be dumb. You need it right with you in the fight, but that's not how they used it.
So they kind of, the person sticking out, I can summon.
It was just a big tube that was like lined with like nozzles basically, and all it did was summon like 100 energon, 50 negative, 50 positive at a point, and they would appear immediately, collide together, and detonate.
Okay, so why do you need a cannon if you just cast it inside?
Well, because the cannon had like 50 like different castings of it going off at once.
Okay.
A wizard can only cast one spell a turn.
So you just have a little bridge of 50 wizards.
Yeah, but they didn't have 50 wizards for every ship. They just mass-produced magic items.
Okay.
So instead of having 50 guys on a ship, they had one captain and like 8 or 9 of these constantly firing, never running out of charge, because that's not how magic items work. It changed the face of warfare.
Could use it for good, like a combustion engine, a giant combustion engine.
It really exploded. Yeah, oh yeah, no, that Energon tech became the new tech for that setting when they found that loophole in the Planes book. It was an example how those Epic games got really weird. Because now causing aliens to explode into each other in chambers ran all the technology. Oh, look on your face. Like, just imagine just constantly, and they look like Slimer from Ghostbusters, so they're constantly exploding into each other.
Oh, that's so bad.
And we're back. So, after that, you guys are able to land in Solarius 1.
Yep.
The capital. The capital is missing large parts of its city, because it looks like it was harvested first for a lot of its like more rich technology and material to be thrown up into space. So there's like a lot of walkways and holes and like craters where like excavations have taken place. It looks like they imported off-world excavation tools, like actual like backhoes and stuff. The diesel and the smog is giving way to like electric like fusion engines and stuff that they're using on like machinery to rip up their city.
Yeah. I mean, the whole world is still TL2.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. Just has little parts.
Little parts to build enough to, you know, hold off on other factions. Yeah, you land, and do I have a song for a little happy...
Happy Phantom? A bit...
Look at that, you're on Jolius! It's so happy, with cobbles and orphans all over the place. And cobbles and chimney sweeps.
Still cleaning up after that debauched party they threw a couple months back?
Always. Always.
Yeah.
But yeah, you land, and like as your the little walkway of your ship goes down, are you guys walking off or anything?
I mean, yeah.
All right. The anti-priest, the Spark Weaver, walks off in his outfit with his mask on, laser sword in one hand, unlit, and a little satchel in the other. And he just walks in front of you guys, and all the people around just kind of drop their shit and like jump on the ground covering their heads, like duck and cover.
Oh my god.
Well, he's popular.
He just we'll keep in touch. I'll be easy to find because I'll have a church with probably an upside down smiley face mask on it, covered in black.
Okay.
Look out for me. Remember, I need those, he's whispering loudly, I need those war weapons.
Yeah, we'll keep that in mind. Finger guns.
He's finger gunning. He's like doing like the finger gun, but it's kind of slow. He's finger gunning you guys and the people on the ground a little. And then he just walks on off. He even pulls the hammer down for his thumb.
Finger gun, then slow reload, because this is Victorian, weapons. Well, that was a thing. Okay, let's get this sex bot to where it needs to go and stay there.
So you'll have to get in touch with 77 because there's no infrastructure on this planet.
Nope. Keep reading.
Go to that bar.
You go to the uncomfortable emoticon.
The bar I met him at. It was a different bar.
What was that bar called? Who remembers?
Let's look at our notes.
Yes, look at your notes. Red Rocket's Glare, I remembered.
Yes. Yes. You remembered after my dogs reminded you.
Yeah, I remembered. Completely agnostic of them.
Remembered?
So you guys head down to the pub, Red Rocket's Glare. It is still there, and it's open. And there are people there drinking. They're drinking swill. There's little newspaper boys and girls. They're all orphy and grimy, swarming around you, talking, saying the word governor. Chip chop, Perio.
Sure that they're not pickpocketing.
Oh yeah, they're pickpockets. They're stealing, like all small children.
I'm gonna make sure that they're not. Like.
Are you Magnetar?
What are you? Probably
Are
Hickson.
you
Yeah,
Hickson?
I'm probably Hickson though because.
I mean, it could be both. I mean, Magnetar just like protect little Hickson.
Hickson is protecting the ship full of the money. Magnetar is protecting the ship full of the money.
I guess, yeah.
This would be an excellent time to be stolen.
Put up on fucking cinder blocks.
Children just crawling all over the hull, peeling off the paint.
Here, little, lost boy VIs, here's some, weapons
Here's
from
some-
our weapon locker.
Oh yeah, the weapon locker full of guns.
Yes.
Full of submachine guns and stuff.
TL4 weapons for all the crew.
Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, no, they're trying to steal from you.
Not gonna let them.
No, I'm just shooing them away, using your psychic powers to push them away.
That kind of psychic powers.
Should be a space monk. Anyway, the bartenders behind Red Rocket's Glare. They're tending the bar. Oh wait, you're the fire traders.
We are. We're looking for 77.
Aspirin 77?
Yes.
Oh, you haven't heard then, he says dramatically. She says dramatically.
What?
He's been kidnapped.
Oh. Lovely. By who? Do we know who kidnapped him?
Oh, we don't say their name aloud.
Is it Sparkweaver?
Like everyone kind of like makes that kind of hissing sound, like someone just swore or said the word cunt. To
Is it-
confirm.
Okay, I was just gonna say. Of course. Of course. Of course, of course, of course, of course. Alright. Well, okay. That's annoying.
They came in and they led an insurrection on the homeworld and in the capital city and took some of the high-ranking priests.
Like, he just got here. How did he have time to do this?
Maybe
He didn't do it.
there are so many spark weavers.
No, there's
Okay.
but he has worshippers.
Oh, okay.
Remember, he's as old as their religion. He has worshippers.
Okay,
I mean,
you know
he's
what?
demagogue.
You know what? This actually, if it wasn't actually him, this is probably easier because someone can just talk to him and be like, "Gimme."
Hey, we don't care about him, but he's got 5 psychers, and we got this robot thing to trade it for the psychers. So
He's my contact.
give us the 5 psychers, and we'll be doing
This is your new
And
contact.
You're my new contract, Sparkweaver.
The
And now we
Lucifer
have a
Morning
sex
Star.
bot. Another robot to be on our crew.
I mean, I bet somebody here would like to buy it.
They're
With
like,
Element X.
Sure.
Element X for sex.
Sure, we're just make a little brothel here, just with this robot there. It'll
Good
be
enough.
for 75
pretty
years.
sure it's like software would not be like that. Pretty sure it's like designed to bond to like one person kind of thing.
Yeah. Let's get the reasons. Leave.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Lobotomy.
Lobotomies everywhere. Anyway, the barkeep dramatically reveals that your contact is in danger, setting you up for the adventure next time on Blackstar. Da-da-da! Credits. The credits. Yeah. Yeah, Star Trek the original series credits roll as it shows Sparkweaver Lonely Man style walking along the ruined city, walking over one of the giant pothole crevices and like debris coming up under his feet to make a walkway to cross.
Fucking Siths.
He's just whistling, like he's whistling the theme, like the ending theme credits. And like, yeah.
Fucking Sith Lords.
How do you know what a Sith Lord is, Chancellor Palpatine? How do you know that he specifically is one? I'm very curious about all this information you know about Sith Lords, Chancellor. We should talk after we rescued you. We're not going to kill Count Dooku.
I'm an educated person. Go fuck yourself. I know history.
Anyway.
I went to a private school.
He went to a private school on Naboo.
On Coruscant.
He went to a private school on Naboo.
What?
That's in his backstory, because his backstory...
Palpatine?
Yeah, Sheev Palpatine went to a private school on Naboo.
Naboo? Why would...
He was born on Naboo. Literally, yeah. Yeah, that's... He was a nobleman born on Naboo. Like, he wasn't like a creepy space wizard that came from nowhere. He was like a bureaucrat.
His name's Sheev.
Sheev Palpatine.
So that's some extended universe crap.
It is extended universe crap. All of the extended universe crap. Even that guy, General Admiral Thrawn. It's all garbage. Every last page of it. Yes, even the stuff with Mara Jade, listeners. Yes, even the stuff with the Yu Feng. Yes, even the stuff with Boba Fett. It's all garbage.
And with that...
Anyway, I was Devin.
Nicole.
And Peter.
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off. The Expanded Universe is garbage.